Hey there, nerds. Steven here with a comic book review. I reviewed Vengeance from Marvel, and I gotta say, this was a weird book. It's bringing the Teen Brigade back into the scene, but it doesn't really explain if it's part of the whole Fear Itself, although they show a little clip on a TV that's from the Fear Itself, another volume in it. It just kind of doesn't explain anything. Like, when you look at it, you think it's an X-Men book because Magneto's on the cover. Magneto's only in it for a second. It's actually about different people, and it's just like, it just leaves too many open-ended questions without explaining anything for a first one. And it's 1 out of 6, so you're like, are you really going to try and explain all of this stuff that you're just not explaining at all and actually planning to keep someone hooked on it when you've left so much just not answering at all and just expecting us to be kind of like oh, we'll trust you, let's see where this goes. And they don't even explain if it is part of Fear Itself or if it's another storyline entirely. It's just, it wasn't well orchestrated in the fact of actually introducing you to this new comic, this new idea, or I mean, even if it's not a new idea, but it's still kind of introducing you into these characters, the storyline, stuff like that. It just kind of like leaves it open like, either you know the characters or you don't. So see you later. And so I'm gonna only give it 2 skulls out of 5.
Hey nerds, Jasmine here with my comic reviews for the week. The first one is an Image book called Mysterious Ways. It's #1, so that was cool. It was a nice jumping on point. Art was gorgeous. It was written very well. Kind of a dumb story to me. Like, the thing with independent books is that they can go in this really awesome direction that has something to do with superheroes, or they can go in a really dumb direction, and that's sort of where this one's going. I mean, I'd pick up the second one to see, give it a chance. You had to like read 3 issues and see how you feel about it. But it was kind of dumb. So I'm gonna give it 2 out of 5 Nerd Skulls. All right, my other book is 50 Girls 50. It is actually co-written by Frank Cho, and he does the covers for it. I thought the entire book was his art because it looks just like him, thick thighs and muscly girls that kick a lot of butt. It was really cool, very well written. I'd actually keep reading this book just because 1, I love Frank Cho, and 2, was actually pretty good. So give it 4 out of 5 Nerd Souls. Go check it out.
Hey guys, Brandon here with my comic book reviews this week. First off, I got Batman Beyond #7. Really good story. He's, going after his villains, fighting, all that kind of stuff. Drama with his girlfriend and her brother. He used to be a Joker. He's out of prison. Max has a lot going on with the internet people she was talking to. More importantly, I'm excited about this next issue because Ink's on the cover, and that was my favorite villain from the Batman Beyond series. I want to say first off though, DC, why are you canceling this book? This should have been, I understand you're doing the relaunch, but I don't think there's a reason you guys should have got rid of Batman Beyond. I mean, I've been waiting a long time to see this turn into an ongoing, and it just sucks that it's being cut so early, but back on track. I'm gonna give this 3 out of 5 Nerd Skulls. Next up is Chew #19. This has been one of the best books I've read in such a long time. It has such an original concept and idea, and it just continues to get more and more original and weird and creepy and uncomfortable and funny. This book has everything. I can't stop reading it, and I can't wait to read the next issue because it just continually gets better. I'm gonna give this one 5 out of 5 Nerd Skulls.
Hey guys, Bobby here with my comic review of the week, and it's going to be Screamland #2. I was really excited about this book coming into it because I just love everything about old horror flicks and how they did all the makeup and stuff like this. This book is actually about the characters of all those old horror books that now have to live in today's society with CGI and everything like that. It's really good. The second one ends up being even better than the first one, which I really wasn't expecting because usually with these type of books, the first one's good and the second one kind of sucks, but this one really did it. I'm going to give it 4 out of 5 Nerd Skulls.
Hey guys, it's Cubby here with my comic review this week. I did Fear Itself, Uncanny X-Force, #1 of 3. Now, I, to be honest, am not really on this Fear Itself bandwagon. I've kind of been lacking on my Marvel reading. I'm kind of behind. I love Marvel, love Hawkeye, of course, so I love Marvel. But I was a little hesitant on this. Jumped into it, kind of really don't know what's going on, but I do know Uncanny X-Force is like the most badass team ever. And it's really cool. Deadpool's in it, Phantom X, Wolverine, Psylocke, who I love. She's one of my favorite X-Men, so it's kind of cool to see her in this. And they're dealing with the Purifiers and how the Purifiers and this like splinter group of the Purifiers thinks that everything that's happening within Fear Itself is because of these superheroes, which for the most part, it's the Marvel Universe, so yeah, it's their fault. That's why they always fix everything. But the art was great. Simone Bianchi does a really, really, really great job, and Matt Fraction's actually kind of set up a really awesome story with this, so I'm gonna kind of jump into it a little more and try to make more sense of it. But as far as right now, I gotta say the story was pretty well. It was written really well. It got me sucked in. The art was awesome to look at. So I'm gonna give it 3.5 Nerd Skulls.